respond to negativity way more than positivity. If I railed on games, I think I probably have more viewers. If I picked games that were popular, let's just say popularly bad, I probably would be doing better for myself. But that's not, to me, that's not a positive thing. To me, it's all about what's interesting. So Action 52 is interesting just because of the story behind it. It's an abysmal game. So, and other people had reviewed it, but they really didn't. I guess I gave it a different treatment. I wasn't out angry with Action 52. If you see my review out there, I wasn't really angry at it. I rarely get angry in my reviews. I don't know if I even actually have gotten angry in a review. I'm trying to think. More frustrated and kind of annoyed more than anything.
Well, and also that's why I like you, because you tell details about, oh yeah, this is why I like the game, you know, and you go into it and how it makes you feel and how, you know, things like that, and that's interesting, instead of just cursing up a storm and hoping that it sounds funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of write the humor around the game versus the game itself. If you've noticed. Yes. And with the skits or whatever, that's where I try to do the most humor. And some people complain that, like, for example, some of my videos, the actual review doesn't start until like 5 minutes in. But that's my video, though. It's not. I don't know if anyone's doing that like I don't know. I really don't.
Like with your girlfriend at the time, coming over to dinner.
Has there been a romantic kiss in a NES review before? I don't know, but it's more about the story around the video, and of course that's actually probably, if I had to pick a favorite review of mine, that might be it. The Panic Restaurant review. Overall, I think it was probably one of the better things I've done. At least that I'm proud of, at least.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and she looked like she was having a good time too.
Allison, yeah, she put up with a lot of shit. She really did.
But well. Man.
Any other questions out there in the chat? I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of covered everything. I mean, there's been the few odd questions of do you own this game? Do you own that game? Obviously, you're going to have owned Dragon Quest 1.
Dragon Warrior, yes.
Dragon Warrior.
I can tell you're a fan because my friend Ian will never call it Dragon Warrior. It'll always be Dragon Quest. You can always tell how hardcore a fan is. Like, he will never call it TurboGrafx. It's always PC Engine.
It's always a PC Engine.
It's always the Japanese name. I'm like, would you just stop it? Would you stop it?
Maybe it's the American PC Engine. No, it's the TurboGrafx. Just say the words. It's easy. It's easy. They flow off the tongue. It's okay. What's the most you've ever spent for a game? You don't even have to say how much, or you know, just say a game that you were just like, wow, I can't believe I spent that much on this damn game.
I've spent a lot on certain
on like a game.
Let's see. Flintstones. Actually, no. Flintstones 2: Dinosaur Peak, which was a rental-only Blockbuster exclusive. I think I only paid about $90 for that. That's actually a good deal because that goes for $150 to $200 on that one.
Wow.
The M82, which is, well, it's not a game, it's hardware. That I spent a lot of money on because that I was searching for years for. One actually went off on eBay a couple days ago for $2,000. To give you an idea of how in demand those demo units are.
Oof.
Yeah, they go for a lot.
Wow.
They're really cool, though. They're obviously really cool.
Yeah, I guess that's why my collections are really small, because I always try and find good deals. I've gone to flea market down here in the Springs, but unfortunately, it's not. I mean, an actual store can come in and buy an area to sell their wares. And it's not even usually stuff that they want to get rid of. It's just usually like, we'll just have a store here. And so there's not a lot of video games that are sold because most of the place, you know, people see this other store and they go, well, I can't sell anything here because that store is selling video games. So
you have a flea market nearby.
Yeah. It's weird. Every once in a while, you find something. I got Castlevania 3 for like $1, I think, once.
There you go. You got to
was
get there early, and obviously Craigslist is great for finding old games. Do a search.
Really?
Search for Nintendo. People always want to get rid of their junk. So, and also garage sales. I don't know if they're big up there too, but look at the garage sales on Craigslist.
I actually found a Famicom game at a flea market or at a garage sale one time.
Oh yeah,
it was the one game.
I found some weird stuff. And that's where the big finds come from. Are usually flea markets and garage sales. That's where they come from.
But it's far and few between.
They get filtered onto eBay eventually.
Well, and that's where there's some sellers that I constantly go through on eBay. Do you buy a lot of your stuff? Do you check eBay regularly and have like every Friday I'll check these sellers to see?
Email you for new listings of things. So there's some games I'm looking for. I'm actually looking to complete my TurboGrafx 16 US collection. I'm almost finished with that. Really? I need 2 more games for the Hue cards, not for the CDs. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for those 2. One will be impossible to find. Actually, if anyone out there knows about TurboGrafx 16 games, there's one that I definitely do not have that I do not have. And 2 of them just got auctioned off within the last week, and both went for $800. Oh. So that is, of course, Magical Chase, which has a kind of strange story behind it. It's not as... There are other games in the system as rare as Magical Chase, but for some reason, Magical Chase is worth that much money, and the other ones are not. Because it's a really fun shooter, and it's one of the few games that are that expensive that are worth paying a lot for. Unlike a game like Stadium Events, which I can't stand because it's a terrible game and it goes for $1,000 just because it's rare. Oh. That's it.
Yeah, and then you get somebody like Rambler81 here who got Dragon Warrior 2 and 4 for $10 each at a garage sale. Maybe not so much for the Dragon Warrior 2, but definitely that was a screaming deal for the 4. Wow.
Yeah, then again, I would always say $10 at a garage sale should get you like 15 games in a system, but I'm just being picky.
You need to buy a NES. Ace Thailand, you do need to buy an NES. The NES is one of my favorite systems, and I do say that if I were ever on a deserted island that had electricity and I had the choice of any system, I'd get an NES and I'd bring my NES and Famicom collection with my little honeybee.
Not the true gold honeybee, though.
Not the true gold honeybee. I got that little honeybee from Francoland.
Oh, you did? They used to sell those?
Yeah, it was. I had actually found it in the back of a magazine, and I looked and I went, oh, Japanese games. They sell Japanese games. Well, I was reading about how they're different, so I call them up at long distance, of course, and I said, yeah, really quick, about your Fam. Oh yeah, we're closing out a lot of our Famicom right now, so we've got a special on them. You buy 10, we'll give you a free converter. So I think I bought like 10 or 15 or something. Sweet. 100, maybe 110, 130 was shipping or something, and when it got to me, there was a little converter, and I've had it ever since.
I think I actually have yours as well, that gray one, besides the gold honeybee one. If you're lucky, I'll bring the gold one to MagFest, and you can use it during your panel.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much.
However, if you try to steal it, I will track you down. I love my honeybee adapter.
It will be very easy to find out where I live. You will know very easy. But
it's because it's a knockoff Hudson bee. That's what makes it so funny. The honeybee.
The knockoff Hudson. Hudson Soft. Oh, and I will share. Actually, you a big Hudson fan?
A little bit, sure.
A little bit, sure. And for some reason my brain froze up. The guy who can do 16 presses at his slowest in a second, and he's the spokes guy, and
16 presses?
16 button presses in a second. Okay.
Oh, you're you're talking about that tester device they have in Japan.
Yeah, Master
They have
Higgins.
one, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Adventure Island was actually created with his name. You know, his nickname is Master Higgins here in the
I
American.
don't know his name in Japan though, but in the U.S. it's Master
it's
Higgins.
Meijin. Anyways, he put out a music CD of Hudson Soft music.
Oh wow!
Where he's singing. It's brilliant. It's
brilliantly bad.
Meijin Takahashi Meijin. There we go. Takahashi Meijin. Absolutely Yellow Jacket guy. Takahashi Meijin, and it's really good, and I will burn you a copy of that. A friend in Japan sent it to me like a week after it was made, so I'll bring that and let you enjoy that too.
Aww, French forever.
French forever.
BFF.
But that would be, but yeah, that'll be, so in payment for letting me borrow your gold one, I'll let you have that.
Yeah, you'll have to beat back the crowd though for that honeybee. They're gonna be
well, and we've got to protect our equipment when it's being demoed and stuff. Sean Faust is going to reprise his role as the sumo ninja. So,
what's this?
Oh, Sean Faust from that guy with the glasses. He's a little bit of a larger guy, and he has a character he calls the sumo ninja.
Sumo ninja.
And it's an older character. He hasn't done anything with that guy for a long time, but oh yeah, it's funny. So we'll have him as security.
Oh, there you go. Is he going to be at MagFest as well?
Yeah, actually, we're rooming together. So.
Oh, there you go.
So I said, yeah, I'm going to have a panel. He's like, and you need help, right? Yeah, I guess I could use some help.
Yeah, he can be the bouncer. There you go.
And
yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be cool to see Noah again. I have not met anyone else. Actually, I met Mars Girl was at SGC. I met her.
She's a nice person. She's a good soul. I like her.
I forget her real name. It begins with a K, I believe.
Caitlin.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Caitlin. I met her. She was nice, and I think that's all from the site that was at SGC. Yeah, it was really just yeah. And then me, I'm sort of a roamer. I'm not. It wasn't until recently where I was kind of not associated with any website. I was kind of like a nomad.
Well, and I'm glad that you have a bit of a home. You know, that's RetroWare TV, right?
Yeah, they've been really cool towards me, and of course they never heard of me before I said, "Hey, would your site be interested in my stuff?" They're like, "Hey, who are you?" and then once they saw a couple of videos, like, "Yeah, we'd love to have you." And they've been really cool. They're really nice guys, and there's no drama on their site, I don't think, or it's really just, they love retro games. That's what I can say. So I think I'm a decent fit there.
Yeah, Happy Video Game Nerd is one of my favorites, and the Video Game Historian. Those two guys are just the two that I really want to meet at MagFest. And I know that Happy will be there, but I don't know if the Historian will be there.
The Historian is John, correct? If that's John, he will be there. John will be there. Ian will be there. Excuse me, not Ian. Lance will be there. Excuse me, Lance, who runs the site as well. Derek and I, and we will have our own panel there at MagFest with all four of us, and then Derek will have his own separate panel as well, which I will probably try and mooch off him to show up there, but I'll see.
Well,
because I probably will have two videos I want to show, and I doubt I'll have time to show both at the RetroWare panel. Probably won't have time to show one with four of us there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we've got enough time, I have one video that I show at the conventions that I go to. So, that's different. But I would really, if I've got time, you're more than happy to show them. To show it at my panel. I have no problem.
Oh, wow. So, I really appreciate that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That might almost earn you a gold honeybee.
Yeah.
But, I actually, this has been really great, Justin. I thank you.
Oh,
and
yes.
thank everyone in the chat.
You've got to get going.
Yeah, I really do. I have a meeting in 38 seconds. So
Jesus.
maybe in the future we can do this again. But thanks for having me on, and
Yep.
I wish everyone have a good day. I'll try to stay in the chat, but obviously I have to shut down the mic
Yep.
and all that. So maybe
Not
if the
a problem.
meeting goes over quickly, if you want me back on, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
All right?
please do. Please do. All right. Talk to you
All right,
soon.
we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye-bye. What a nice guy. Yeah, this is a treat for me too because like I said, I've been watching his stuff for quite some time.